Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today we have Nigel Webb with us. Nigel is a super proud father of two children and Luton Club football fan. For the past 5 years, he has been scaling his business WF Telematics and WF Auto products. He specializes in vehicle and asset tracking as well as fleet essentials, including AdBlue for diesel. He is a passionate connector and has facilitated hundreds of meaningful business connections. Nigel also hosts the Business Buzz networking event in his hometown of Dunstable, and as of this January, he has now become the regional lead for Business Buzz in Hertfordshire. Welcome to the podcast. So, how are you, Nigel, today?
Really well, Rohan. How are you?
I am good, and welcome to the podcast.
Great to meet you.
So, here we go. We would start with the main interview, and my first question to you would be, can you tell us a bit about your background and what inspired you to start your business?
Okay, well, I've always been employed in my life until just over 5 years ago. So I've always worked for other people, generated new business for other people, helped them retire and get very wealthy. And to be honest, I just thought I'd like to do this for myself and share in the success and do that myself. So 5 years ago, I started the business and it's been a bit of a whirlwind and here we are now, very successful and very happy.
So finally you thought about yourself and you thought, make some money and get retired.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. Not getting any younger.
So your business journey might not be very long. As you said, you just started 5 years ago, but still you would have faced many challenges when doing it, especially when you're doing it at such a later stage. So would you like to share some challenges that you have faced as a business owner and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, very early in my business journey. I started October 2019, so a few months of setup, and then obviously March 2020 we into lockdown. I didn't know how busy I was going to be. Didn't obviously plan for that sort of eventuality, but quite the opposite actually. I've never been as busy as I was during that lockdown period. I deal with a lot of commercial vehicle owners, so people who have their own vehicles, haulage companies, courier companies, and most of those vehicles were at standstill during lockdown. So I had the ear of the MD or the transport manager. I could get hold of them very easily. They were sitting there looking out of the window onto their yard of these vehicles not moving. So it was quite easy to talk to them about their businesses and what we could do for them. We do vehicle telematics, so tracking and seeing how the vehicles are being used, etc. So that was a challenge, but sort of in reverse for me and allowed me to sort of fine tune my business offering. So coming out of lockdown, we had the procedures in place. We knew the type of customers we can help and allowed us to hone our offering.
What would you say would be a major success or milestone in your business that you're particularly proud of?
Okay, so like most businesses, obviously you're trying to generate new business. You're going out to businesses. After 18 months of starting the business, I started to have people approach me independently. So that was what I consider to be a great success. It obviously said that, what we're doing for other people impressed other people. They were speaking about us. And and still today, I've got my biggest ever contract through a referral from another customer. So that's obviously, quite pleasing, as well as obviously the other things I've done with the networking of generating so much new business for other people as well. As you can probably tell, I like talking to people, as do you. And if we can connect people together, that's a good feeling for us. And I always consider that to be a major achievement as well.
Yeah. Also, talking about your telematics business that you are mentioning a lot, if you could tell what telematic business is about so people could know what you exactly do.
Okay, so the basis of it is, the easiest way to describe it is vehicle tracking. So it might sound a bit Big Brother-ish, but it's not. It's really a device that commercial vehicle owners, anybody can put on their vehicle, and we give them an online platform and an app. And from then on, you have 100% visibility of the location of your vehicle, how it's being driven, so the well-being of your drivers, fuel efficiency, tire wear, that sort of thing. So vehicle tracking is still probably 90% of my business, but we also do asset tracking. So if you own a digger or a pneumatic drill or anything that we call an asset, so an asset tracking, be that people, pets, anything that's valuable for you, we can give you a device and a platform to track it and just make sure it is where it should be. And if it's not, you can go and find it.
So is there anything that you did for your business and you would want to do it differently if given a chance?
Yes, definitely. I would, I think most new business owners, you have a dream, you have a vision of what your product or your service is going to look like. And from the start, you probably, with respect, waste time trying to make it the finished article, the polished product. What I would do is sell a service quicker than I did before, because we're all trying to chase perfection. I'm still trying to change my business to make it look as I want it to look. But cash in the bank, cash in the till, customers is something you need to get on really quickly. And hopefully that will fund your dream, and then you can polish the final product. Yeah, getting cash in the till, as it were, is very, very important.
My next question is about your USPs. So what sets your business apart in your industry? I know there are a lot of people doing tracking and stuff, but as we already spoke, you like tailor-made solutions for everyone. You like to cater everyone. You believe that it's not one size fits all. So what's your USP, or how this sets you apart in your industry?
You've said it. That's our USP, that we talk to people, we have dialogue, we make sure that the solution's right for them. It's very hard, obviously, trying to generate new business. What's also a challenge in most businesses is trying to keep a customer with you and customer retention. So if you do that little bit of work from the start, it will allow the customer to stay with you long term, and they haven't got to keep changing providers. Get it right first time is our USP.
Right. And also, I believe that in an industry, certain companies don't work if you don't have a certain number of fleets. So if someone comes up, I just have two vans, probably a bigger company won't be dealing with them, whereas that you would be more than happy to provide service to them.
Yeah, my smallest customer is a sole trader, window cleaner, and he has a van. He just wants to make sure it is where it should be, and he has tools in that van as well. So we protect those tools and those jet washers, and we've got multi-vehicle, hundreds of vehicle haulage companies. So we deal with everyone. So we're big believers in deal with the smaller people, help them grow their business, and hopefully they're with you for the journey.
Now we come to the advice and insights part. So what advice would you give to someone who's looking forward to start their own business, and especially like the one you do?
Again, I'm not referring back to another answer, but yes, it's obviously get the cash in the till as quick as possible. That's my biggest thing. But listen to your peers, listen to people around you, join networks, join industry groups that are similar to you. There's a lot of knowledge out there, and most people, if you just have to ask them, they're willing to share it. Ultimately, they probably may well be your competitor in the future, but they've already done the journey. They've already done it. They've made the mistakes. They've got the wins. If you can micro that down and take that knowledge, then you're going to be very successful very quickly.
That's amazing to know. Also, it's the reason for these podcasts, you would know, is to get the stories out, that how different people have made their journey and how they've come to the point where they are today. So if somebody wants to take an inspiration, they can definitely come over to the podcast, listen to it, listen to the journal stories, and then maybe, come back to you or the other people who've been on the podcast and ask them more questions if they are interested to do the same kind of business. But yes, thank you for sharing the insights and the knowledge about your type of business and the mistakes you thought you committed or you think could be made better if you are given a chance. So maybe anyone who is listening to this podcast would try to amend those and try to do it in a better way.
Yes.
And now it's when we come to the quickfire round. And the quickfire round are 15 questions that would be asked spontaneously. You don't have to spend too much time thinking about the answer. You have to just answer them there and then. And in case you don't want to answer any question, you can simply say pass. So Nigel, are you ready?
I'm ready. How many passes am I allowed?
If you ask me, none.
No, I'm joking.
So here we go with the first one. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what it would be?
Spaghetti bolognese.
That's a good one. What's the funniest mistake you made when starting your business?
Getting my main supplier's name wrong on an email.
If you could swap lives with another business owner for a day, who it would be? A renowned businessman or woman?
Just for a day, if I could keep his money, then Elon Musk.
If you could hire any fictional character to work for you, who it would be? And fictional could be anyone, Marvel, DC, cartoons, anyone.
Director, yeah?
Yeah.
Captain America.
Captain America. And why that would be?
Yeah. Strength, intelligence, gets things done.
If you could use only one social media platform for the rest of your life, which one it would be?
LinkedIn.
I know you're big on LinkedIn. So the next one is, if you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go?
Western Australia.
The wild Australia?
Western Australia. Well, that's where I've got some family there, so I'd like to go and visit them.
Okay. So what is the one office supply you can't live without?
Is a laptop an office supply?
Well, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Next is, what is the most surprising skill you've picked up from running your own business? Something that you learned new.
How to close sales quicker.
That's your business that taught you. What's the best compliment you've ever received from a customer?
Best compliment, that I got the deal and the price right first time.
What's the most overused phrase in your industry?
We are the best.
I know you run a couple of businesses, but if you could start another one, what it would be?
Electric vehicles.
EVs. What's your favorite way to celebrate small wins?
By sharing it with my network.
And sharing the news.
Yeah.
What's your dream location for a work retreat? Not vacations, work retreat.
Dubai.
I love Dubai. I mean, half of the people I'm talking to on my podcast, somewhere vacations or work retreat, they want to go to Dubai. What's the one thing you wish you knew before starting your business?
One thing I knew, how I understood how other people charge their time.
Right. And now, this is the last one.
Yeah.
So this is the last one and my most favorite one. And I've got some very funny responses for this one. I hope I get the same from you. And it is, what's the most random object on your desk right now?
My desk?
Yes, the most random
I'm one of these people, I tend to have a clear desk policy, but I did remove my daughter's pen pots from the start.
Can we have a look?
She has everything, colours, pencils, rubbers. So I removed it. So, but I do dip into it sometimes.
Okay. So I've had some good ones, and this is from your daughter. Is a good one.
Yeah. Okay. She's very creative, but as you can tell by the colours and the range of colours.
So Nigel, it was an amazing quick fire round. You've been very spontaneous. Now we come to the closing of our podcast. So what's next on your business? What are your next steps? What are any upcoming exciting plans? What's on the horizon?
Sure. Okay. We haven't spoken much about my networking side of what I do, but obviously I've hosted Dunstable Buzz for the past year, so that's very successful. And on my networking journey is obviously becoming regional lead for Hertfordshire. So very excited to help the team there. There's 7 events in Hertfordshire. We're going to grow that as well. Yeah, that should be taking a lot of my time. The Telematics and my other business pretty much look after themselves now, so I can hopefully concentrate more on talking to people and helping the networking, which is obviously what I like doing.
So the next full-time business is full-time networking.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's see what happens.
No, so I believe in giving back to the community, and I guess the way you're coming at it is what you've learned, what you do, your connections, you are now giving it back to the community and help other businesses grow. And I believe this is a very important, where once you've achieved something, you start giving back and helping small businesses is one of the best things you can do, because what I've seen over time is that small businesses are really the backbone of the British economy. And if you're doing something for that, truly amazing. And I really appreciate what you're trying to do.
It's fine. Can I just leave you with a quick phrase? Okay, I heard this recently, and I'm trying to adopt it. In your life, you should learn, then earn, and then return. And maybe not in that order, but if you're constantly doing that, then the world will be a better place, and hopefully you'll be a better person for it.
Amazing advice, Nigel. I really love it. And this is, I guess, going to be the showcase of this podcast. So amazing advice. Now, coming to where our viewers or listeners can find you online and your business online.
So on all the social platforms and everything else, I'm Nigel Webb UK. So you should be able to find me easily there. Or wftelematics.com is where you'll find the telematics business.
And now I would like to thank you for being on the podcast, sharing your amazing journey, your experience, the advice that you've given in the last. It's amazing, and I really love it. Thank you, Nigel, for being with us today. I'll put your links also in my description so people can easily find you. And have a very good day. And until next time, see you.
You too, Ryan. Pleasure. Take care.